Hello, baby. Calling Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy, are you there?
We're on our wrist phones right now. You can't see it, but we're all looking at our wrist. Hey, Dick Tracy, you gotta come kill these guys. You gotta come murder these people.
I mean,
Dick Tracy, you have to kill me. It's the only way to stop Big Boy. I have to die.
Please, Tracy, it's gotta
the
be
keys
you.
in my stomach. You're gonna have to cut my stomach open and get the key.
He hid his cell phone in there. It's a bomb. He has 2 boats rigged to blow. They each have a detonator, Dick Tracy. You have to stop them. We were just talking about this. I feel like I don't know if Dick Tracy is published by Marvel or DC, but I think, Zack Snyder's Justice League should have had Dick Tracy in it. There should have been a scene where it's like Bruce Wayne or something, or Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, my favorite actress. She goes up to a big bright yellow mansion, and inside there's just Warren Beatty, and he's like, I've been in the game for a long time. I don't know about this dark side. Who's the villain in that movie?
Yeah, it's Steppenwolf in
Steppenwolf. Yeah.
In that one. Yeah, played by.
He reminds me a lot of Prune Face,
The tie-in should have been one of our favorites. You should go by your real name.
That's right. You should go by your real name.
My name is Richard. Yeah, I'm Richard Tracy. Go by your nickname.
Or no, actually that would have been better. It would have been better if it's like one of the villains, and so it's like someone with an obvious like facial deformity or something, and at the very end it's like, oh, I really like your birth name. It's super pretty. You should go by Flat Top.
As we know, that's not his like. No, his name is Flat Top, right? Like
his name is because all his brothers and children's
his
names.
real name is Floyd. Apparently, Floyd Jones.
So all his brothers, did they all agree at once? It's like, okay, we gotta kind of coordinate this whole thing. I'll be Flat Top, you be High Top, you're hot.
Sharp
hot
Top. It says real name unrevealed. So.
Whoa.
Yeah. Auntie Flat Top, man. What an unfortunate genetic family, because these are not attractive people.
That's right.
How about a name like Joe Period?
Joe Period?
Women hate me.
I like...
but English
Birdie
majors
Faller.
love me.
That's a good name. I'm just looking at all the characters' names. There's Polly and...
How about Paul Pocket Clip?
Paul Pocket Clip. How about Artie Side Saddle? That's actually... I might have to put that in my little pocket of aliases. Anytime I need to pull out a fake name, I'm going to be Artie Side Saddle.
How about a fart name?
A fart name?
Yeah.
That's just Tootie Brap.
Wait,
Tootie Brap is my fart name.
How would someone say it? Tootie Brap. Like.
Yeah, that's how it's pronounced that way. How about Smolly T Smelt?
How about Skid Mark? Skid Mark Bill.
Anyway.
Welcome to the Sound Direction and bonus feed. This is Ethan M. Wong.
I'm Spencer DSO.
7J.
And this is a Menswear podcast without the stuffiness. You're listening to the bonus episode. This is where we talk about whatever crazy movie that we've just seen. Sometimes it's recent, like last month we had Haunting in Venice, and sometimes it's a movie that we've never seen, and sometimes it's a movie we have seen. We're like, hey, we should talk about this because the clothes in it are good.
Yeah.
And that's what this one is. We are talking.
This is an interesting movie.
Yeah, Dick Tracy. Calling Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy, you there?
1990.
It's older.
Yeah, this is not a movie.
Yet again.
It's a period film. Yeah. Did they ever specify what year it's set in?
It's
just set somewhere vaguely in the 30s. It's like this came out. We were just talking about this. It came out the year after the Tim Burton Batman
1938.
Movie. 1938.
Yeah.
I don't actually know much about the when this movie started being developed, but I mean, it's like it's kind of funny to me how like when the first wave of really big blockbuster superhero movies. Like Batman, and then there were like all these others throughout the 90s that were just like, okay, when you do a superhero movie, it has to be like Art Deco. Because there's that one. There's also like The Shadow. That's set in the 30s too, right?
He started in the 80s.
Oh, that's right.
He started in the
Yeah.
He started this movie in the 80s.
Oh, okay,
Well,
so it might have. Yeah, I don't know if
I mean,
it
it's
might
because
have.
it's kind of like, they maybe
Early
it's like
early
they
80s, yeah.
maybe it's like they went to like the source material, right? Like, 'cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause it's
Batman
like,
existed
again.
since like the 30s, right? So like you want to go to like the original versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
Versus,
Okay, yeah, so it said that
yeah.
Beatty first had the idea for Dick Tracy in 1975. Wow, so this was like his passion project. He
I
spent
want
so
to
much
make
time-
this damn movie.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta be Dick Tracy. Steven Spielberg was offered the director position. Then I think it turned it down, and then they offered it to John Landis with Clint Eastwood slated to star. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, other actors were considered for the lead role include Harrison Ford, Richard Gere, Tom Selleck, and Mel Gibson.
The biggest dudes at the time, baby.
And then Landis left Dick Tracy following the controversial on-set accident of Twilight Zone the movie. I was wondering when that was gonna come up. But yeah, so we've I don't know. I don't think this is a normal like menswear movie. Like we've talked about a lot of movies that are like, if you Google menswear movies, it's gonna come up on the list. There's gonna be a bunch of Tumblr blogs dedicated to posting screenshots of this. I don't know anyone that's like, I gotta dress like Dick Tracy, like Warren Beatty in the Dick Tracy movie. But we're talking about it anyway, folks.
I mean, because it's like, to me, a menswear movie is about inspiration and like something you can pull and enjoy. It's not always. Typically with us, it's usually like a period film, but this is a good example of like, this is not a straightforward one, but I think it's awesome. And I think the costumes are really well designed, not just for the characters, but like of themselves. Like they look like, to fit a crazy body, like they still look good. Like they look like, and we'll get into that later on, of like diving deep into like the costuming. And I couldn't find too much about the film's production on the costumes, but I did find a couple of stuff. But you're gonna have to pay to hear the rest of that.
Pay. But yeah, it's like, this is like, yeah, just get really quick. It's like, this is well, I saw this movie for the first time a couple of years ago, but I haven't really rewatched it for a while. And so watching this again, it's like, the production values are like fucking insane in this movie. Like I don't know if I would call this like a great movie. I think I had a really fun time watching it. I thought, yeah.
When did you watch it originally?
I feel like, I don't know, like maybe like I don't know, late 2010s. I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things that I kept hearing about and I kept seeing pictures of, and I'm like, how the hell does this look like in motion? Like, what does this movie actually look like? And so I had to see it. It was around the time that I watched the Robert Altman Popeye movie. I was just in it for weird big budget cartoon adaptations.
Yeah, because
yeah.
when you told me about it, I think it was during the pandemic, I think, or whatever. And I was like, and it was back then, it was on HBO Max, and I was like, you know what, fine, I'm gonna watch this movie. And then I'm like, holy shit, this movie's fucking awesome. It's so much fun. It's so like, again, like, it's PG, but like it's pretty violent. I think it's kind of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, except maybe. I don't know about a little bit less silly, because I mean, I think they both are kind of wacky films, but like obviously Who Framed Roger Rabbit kind of plays up the cartoon aspect literally, but this one's like a cartoony, like it's a cartoony in terms of vibe film, but it comes off a bit more serious, and definitely like there's a lot of like innuendo and a lot of people die in this movie.
Yeah, people straight up get shot on screen, so
people straight up die.
Yeah, I mean, it's some guy, Paul Sorvino's character, Lips Manless, gets like dunked in concrete and then like just dumped into the water.
Yeah.
So right at the beginning of almost at the beginning of the film, kind of similar to getting pulled apart by our get two chains, listen to the dogs of the night, and then you get pulled in half. From Chicago.
It's like, hey, that's like Night at the Museum.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
We should talk about that movie.
The menswear in that one is that just Jedediah and maybe like
Jedediah.
Theodore
we could
Roosevelt?
talk about the what if we watch it again and we're like, actually, holy shit, Ben Stiller looks really cool. Like he's wearing
I mean,
a bunch
do you
of
guys
like,
know like is it Travis Scott or who's the guy who wears like what the kids call like security guard core? Have you guys heard? You guys heard about this? I mean, this is an old. This is an old trend. Yeah, it's like because I think Prada came out with like a zip up windbreaker, and then I think to like some like Met Gala thing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy who I can clearly see in my head. Is it Travis? Oh, I'm looking up with Travis. Travis Scott.
Or to
I don't think that's
to
him.
where?
To the Met. It's someone. Okay, it's not him. Wait,
It's not him.
or maybe it is him, but it's like not the same season. Anyway, like he wore like a windbreaker with like a white shirt and black tie, and it's like he looks like a security guard or like a valet or something, right?
Yeah.
And like maybe when we see Larry Daly, who made the snapper, not the clapper, the light thing. We'll love it. Also, Ricky Gervais is in that movie too, and I think he plays the curator of the Natural History Museum, and I think he wears like like a bow tie and like a double-breasted suit. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is about Dick Tracy, and you have to pay to keep listening. I'm gonna say that again, so MJ knows to cut it at the 11-minute 30-second mark. But yeah. Oh, also, this is the bonus episode. We talk about fun, personal stuff. I went to Suit Supply yesterday.
You did?
No, actually, I went. I took our good friend Justin to get a suit, and no shade to him. He's not going to hear this, but I'm going to be nice anyway.
That's nice.
Yeah, but he did the thing where it's like, hey, Ethan, can you help me get a suit? I'm like, sure. Like, can you go this weekend? I'm like, well, I'm busy Saturday, but I can go Sunday. He goes, oh, Sunday's not good for me. I'm like, oh, what about the following weekend? How about the 30th? Right? And he goes, well, the wedding I'm going to is on the 30th. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, we only got a week? Why do guys do this, bro? So this is a guy who, doesn't really wear too much. Obviously, outside of the group of us, there's not like guys who wear tailoring, Even among both of you guys, I'm the one wearing a fucking tie all the time. And so, I'm not. This is not like, this is different than like say Andy or Adam, who are like, oh, I'm interested in like developing style. This is a very pragmatic, I need a suit to go to a wedding, type of thing. And I was like, okay, if we get to the mall early, we can go to J. Crew, so you could like try on like a regular 2-button suit, and then if you think you want more, we can go to Suit Supply, and you can try on the big boy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
the big boy stuff.
Yeah, big boy capris. I want generals, not foot soldiers.
We're being bugged.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we went to J. Crew, and yeah, I put him in the Ludlow, and he was like, oh, I don't like shoulder pads, and I'm like, hell yeah, you don't, baby. And then he's like, why? Like, he's like, I feel like the suit's a little boring, and I'm like, yeah, because the Ludlow sucks. And I was telling him how it's not about button pocket harmony. It doesn't have to be, but it's like, look how low the buttoning point is and how it compares to the rest of the jacket. And he's like, yeah, these pants are a little bit slim. And I think it's funny because, back then, guys would want something that's too, yeah, well, it's funny that the guys are complaining that things are too skinny now, and it's like, yeah, we got to get back to a relaxed cut because drape is better. He did really like the like this workwear 3-roll 2 patch pocket cotton moleskin suit that they had. It has like a wide leg trouser, but it's like green, and they don't have it in navy cotton. And so it was like, he was concerned it was a little too casual, and I'm like, yeah, you might be able to wear the jacket and the pants apart from this, but maybe for a wedding, and especially if it's your only suit, maybe not a good move if it's not at least a navy suit. Mm-hmm. So we went to Suit Supply, and no offense to our Suit Supply people who are listening to this, but it's so weird. Like the guy who was helping him was dressed kind of like Sora. So he's wearing like this kind of like big cotton single-breasted jacket, Neapolitan tailoring, a spread collar, like multi-striped shirt, light wash high-waisted jeans, and like sockless tassel loafers. But he kept putting Justin in like really slim and short suits, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like you clearly know better.
Yeah.
Like why are you doing this? And we were like, what if they're following like the Suit Supply script? You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, get it here, because like, so Justin is like a 40, like he's a 6 foot tall guy, and they kept giving him a 40 short. Like they were like, oh, your
That's
shoulder, like
weird.
Like, they were like, oh, like, you know, the shoulders, like it's too big for you, the jacket's too long, and I'm like, that's what the jacket's supposed to look like, dude. Like I was so surprised. And I don't know why they were like that. Suit Supply, you got to come after your boy, because yeah. And like yeah, we like fought him a lot, and Justin actually did it. He's like, I actually like the bigger cut jacket because it's more comfortable. And I'm like, yes, yes, you do.
You should have fought him physically.
Yeah, in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Come outside. But yeah, we got him. It was funny because at the end of it, Justin actually got a double-breasted suit, and I'm like, it's kind of surprising for a guy going for his first time.
Yeah, it's a little
and
of a
like,
jumper.
But you know, I was telling him like, just like it's easy to wear. You can wear the sport coat on its own. Think of it like a pea coat. You just throw it on. It just is a suit jacket, you know. And yeah, he's really happy. He ended up buying the entire outfit he was wearing. He got a Thomas Mason OCBD because he's never had an OCBD before. He got a black knit tie because he doesn't own any tie, and if you're gonna have one, it should be a black knit tie.
Yeah.
And then he got some brown suede penny loafers because he doesn't own any leather dress shoes. Calling Dick Tracy.
Beep, 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 beep.
You don't know what that is, actually. Well, yeah, you don't know what it is.
You
'cause
probably know
missed.
what Dick Tracy is.
I hope
You
so.
might have heard of him.
Have you heard the news?
Did he read about this? Did he see this? I want to see Jay Leno like if Dick Tracy was real. Turns out there's a guy named Big Boy. He's not so big.
Yeah, if you guys want to hear all about the costuming and the gloriousness of Dick Tracy, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to go to patreon.com/downdirection, get access to our Discord where we talk about everything, and the bonus episodes just like this one, where we talk about movie style and other fun and cool stuff. But if you give us $5 extra, so a total of 10 a month, TAM, 10 a month, nothing else is given to you because you just get the Discord, you get the bonus episodes.
That's
but
right.
the tiniest thing that you get extra is we thank you personally at the end of each episode. MJ, who are we thanking?
We are thanking our sidecast fanatics Shane Curry, Philip Gregard, Henrik Wilberg, and Alexander Batten.
We appreciate you guys so much. You know, this is a fun one. Go guys, go. Apparently, it's gonna be on Tubi, or it is on Tubi at the time.
Tubi.
Time you're listening to this. So, watch the movie, fall in love with it, buy the Patreon, listen to our episode. It's all there, baby.
It's all there.
Love
We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, Sound Direction at Sound Direction. That's us. Bye bye.